In the 1920s, only 5% of women in the US were smokers, and only after a decade, that number more than doubled, and Marlboro at the time was making cigarettes only for women. At the time, people already trusted tobacco, but they didn't trust filtered cigarettes. Because filtered cigarettes at the time were not considered tough, they were not manly. The filter itself was seen as something very soft and very feminine. And there was even a practical detail to those filters. The filter tip was colored to hide the lipstick stain, and that alone tells you who these cigarettes were made for. So their market was actually growing, but Marlboro's success was honestly very limited. And even after 2 decades, in the 1950s, Marlboro held only 1% of the total cigarettes market in the US. So it wasn't a failure, but it wasn't a very big success either. But everything changed in the early 1950s, when the medical studies revealed that smoking is now linked with the lung cancer. And after all those studies, all the magazines, newspapers, and radio stations started to talk about the dangers of smoking openly. And smoking went from being normal to maybe dangerous. And suddenly, those feminine filters mattered. And after all those studies, filtered cigarettes are now seen as more cleaner and safer.